Did you know if you're working on improving your life and things are crazy? Well, that's actually a good sign from the universe. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you why that's so and some things that you could do to help you weather that storm while you're in that negative vibration. Hi, I am Magic Hopkins and I am your manifesting mentor for today's topic, and I'm excited to get into it. So, the first point is you ask for something that requires change in order for you to have. And that might mean things will get messy. So, what do I mean? I want to share with you my financial industry, though I prayed to be in personal growth story. Let's start back a couple years ago. So, whenever I was working at my last job, I wanted to leave. And I had this really big opportunity at a big financial firm, a Fortune 25 company, and I wanted to go. So, during the interview process, everything was fine and dandy. Everything was great. But when I transitioned to the onboarding process, I started to have issues. Now they did my background check but they wanted more information. So with one employer, I guess it wasn't good enough to have the background that they did. So they wanted my offer letter. Gave them the offer letter. Then they wanted the W-2. Gave them the W-2. Then they wanted to talk to the manager. Well, you already verified the employment. Things just kept getting crazier and crazier. And it led up to a point where I was at, after I was hired on the fifth day of this job now, I was at a charity event and I introduced myself as who I am, but with my old job. And there was somebody that worked at that firm that was at that charity event and turned me in. So I was in a situation where I was facing all this resistance. But looking back at it, I prayed to be in the personal growth industry, but what I was pursuing was something complete opposite. I was pursuing a job in human resources in the financial firm industry. Number one, that was a disalignment. Number two, there was obstacles that they were putting there for me not to be there. And so when I think of the path of least resistance, I think of the way to manifest that is the easiest and the truest for me. So in that lesson, I end up letting that job go. I end up just resigning. It was messy. I didn't align with them. Just the feeling just wasn't right, and I did not like how I was being handled. So I go back to my old job, and of course, she lets me back, and everything works out fine. She never terminated me out of the system. She was waiting for me. As a matter of fact, my old boss said, "I mean, did you think I wasn't going to let you back?" And that was just so heartwarming for me. Why do I share that story with you? Because I share that story with you because I prayed to be in the personal growth industry, though I had got a job in the financial industry. And my world was falling apart. Nothing was working. And I could not figure out why. So, a technique that I did back then, and this is a technique for you, the technique that I did back then that I had no idea I was doing it, but now that I know about manifesting, law of attraction, law of assumption, all of that, I do it deliberately. I do this deliberately. And here's what you do whenever you're in that circumstance that I did that I didn't even know that I was doing. In order for me to be in personal growth, that pathway had to crumble. My world had to fall apart. I was going in a direction that was diametrically opposed to what I wanted to be in. So, of course, it fell apart. In order for me to be here today, in order for me to be doing the jobs that I'm doing and all the manifesting and HR programs that I've done, that had to fall apart. So if you prayed for something or you're manifesting something and things are falling apart, that's a good thing because we have to break things down to build them back up, just like in my story. Now, I did not listen to the small signs when it was time for me to exit. It was time for me to exit. I would not. I was resisting it. I kept going on anyway. And it's real important that when I was going through that I needed to make sure I was aligned. So when the world was falling apart, little did I know that was the universe doing its job to deliver me what I wanted. So what I was in what I needed to do was this technique of reframing. So this is what you do whenever you're in that situation. You want to reframe. You want to reframe everything. So reframe your thoughts. This is what you do. Reframe your thoughts to positively support your current circumstances, be it good or be it bad. Because the universe is ultimately helping you in mysterious ways. Now, while I was pursuing that financial industry HR job, it was falling apart. Well, that was the universe giving me little nudges, helping me out, and then just closing the wall on me, because at the same time, I also would not give up on my dream of being in the personal growth industry. So whenever you're going through something, whenever you're working on improving your life and things are crazy, that's good. You want to say, okay, it's a good thing that this is not working out for me. It is a fantastic thing that that job isn't working out. And that's what I was telling myself. And even though it seemed crazy and delirious, I kept saying, it's a good thing that this job isn't working out. I don't know why, but it is what it is. I'm so happy that I was able to go back to my old employer exactly how I left, with lessons learned. You see what I did there? And then I worked my way through that up until I made it to the point where 3 months after, I did not, after I left that job, somebody called me and was like, I'm so glad you did not stay here, because that division that they put you in, that I was going to be working in, got laid off. And so if that would have happened, it would have been super tragic for me. And how I got into personal growth was very specific to the job that I left. So that was a universe guiding me to where I needed to go. But after I realized it was kind of crazy, it was crazy, crazy, I listened to what it was telling me and I reframed it to support what the universe was doing for me. And you want to do that because the universe is conspiring in great ways for you. Just like when they say God works in mysterious ways, it's the same thing. Same energy flowed in different ways. So the next time you are in a situation where you are working, deliberately working now and getting your life together, but things are still crazy, just pause and tell yourself, this is a good thing. The universe is co-conspiring on my behalf in ways that I don't even understand to make my dreams happen. And if you don't let go of your dreams, the worst things are going to be, because there's this redirecting energy that you're going to have to get in sync with and follow it. And that's what I did. So reframing it that this is a good thing. It's working out for you. This is good for you. The universe has your back while you're going through a negative vibration, while you're changing your life, because sometimes we have to lose to win again. And that's where that saying comes from. So that's all that I have for you today. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And for those of you that are going through something, I truly wish, hope, and inspire and pray with all the good juju that I have to give to you, that everything will be okay and that you will make it through the rain. So looking forward to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.